Stay back! Stay back! The stakes have never been higher, and our heroes are in dire straits! What's gonna happen on this episode? Find out! Hey guys, this week's episode, big. It's the two-parter that we've all been waiting for. But first, I want to thank our sponsors at Stardust for making this series possible, supporting us. If you click the link down below, if you haven't already, download the app. It's free and it supports the Angry Joe Show. If you follow us, it directly supports the show. We really appreciate it, and thank you so much to Stardust. So let's go ahead and review the episode, which is called The Reckoning. The Reckoning. That's right.
Get wrecked.
And boy, oh boy. But first, let's not forget, let's do Stuff We Forgot. Let's not forget Stuff We Forgot from episode 6. So, Bill Burr dropped Baby Yoda. We didn't even react to it. So everybody on the count of 3 react to what would you have said when you saw it happen, all right? 3, 2, 1. What the stupid you back up and you say you're sorry. Alex, I didn't hear no reaction.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to be cursing, but...
Okay, I'll bleep out the curses.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
Fuck you.
There's our reaction to Bill Burr dropping Baby Yoda. Okay,
precious cargo, man. Come on.
Super precious cargo. Also, we forgot it, didn't notice, or maybe y'all didn't notice, but Baby Yoda interrupted the communications. That's why they couldn't communicate back and forth, and they kept referring to that like 3 times. Hello, do you read me? And they kept going over and over because they wanted to make sure that you understood that it was actually Baby Yoda that was interrupting communications, which is why they sort of nod, Baby Yoda nods to each other, that he contributed this time while he was in danger.
Oh, okay. I thought I thought he was just preoccupied trying to take care of him. That's why he wasn't responding back.
No.
Okay.
There was static and the interruption. So Baby Yoda, did you realize that?
Baby Yoda caused it?
Yeah, I think. Remember how he was there and he was like, wait. Maybe that's why the communications is off. He's like, interesting. And so he goes.
But do we see anything
searching.
or is that something
somebody's
maybe
it wasn't
up?
Conveyed too well, but that's what I think. And I'm pretty sure that's the way it is.
I think, it makes more sense the Mandalorian did it, who was in the command center, who has the ability to jam signals. It makes almost no sense that Baby Yoda that almost crashes the ship. So I don't believe you, random internet commenter, until you show me, and then I will believe you.
We shall see. Also, let's see. Clancy Brown, we didn't mention, and I should have mentioned this because I know this. No, he played Savage Opress, Darth Maul's brother in the Clone Wars, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
And one of Joe's favorite characters is actually Darth Maul. So I require you, Joe, to watch the Clone Wars and Rebels.
Just tell me the episode.
By tomorrow.
Just tell me the episode.
Yeah. No, Joe.
All of
and
it.
So he was the word for that, or the voice actor for him. So he's been in the universe before, so that he might have known Dave Filoni, and Dave Filoni's like, hey, you would be perfect to play this guy, the Devonian or Deveronian. I remembered, and I got it wrong the first time. Anyway, so let's see. Magna Guard fighter, or was that a CIS fighter? The fighter that was coming up could have been what General Grievous's forces had, but I couldn't confirm it, guys. I actually think it's a brand new fighter, the one that got exploded, and it's a gunship. But maybe if you guys want to go frame by frame and you can see what the hell that ship is, whether it's a new ship or a ship we've seen before, and then let's see, first time. This was the first time, episode 6 was the first time our review was shorter than the episode. So all you with your stupid-ass comments were like, this review was longer than the episode,
now.
which they did in episode 6, were wrong. That was the first time our review was shorter, and now with this big old long section, it's going to be longer.
You're just feeding the trolls.
No, I'm not feeding the trolls. We're just having a good time. And then I wanted to let y'all know what the community has been calling us. I have been called Mandalorian. I am Mandalorian in my outfit. You are Baby Yoda. I love that.
I wanna know.
And Alex.
Okay, good. That's so much. Yeah.
Nobody is giving.
I've been called worse things in YouTube comments. So I'll take Alex.
He's just Alex. All right. So that was stuff we forgot. On to episode 7, The Reckoning. Once again, God damn, this show is fucking awesome. I don't know about y'all, but once again, we have a premium episode, a fantastic cliffhanger, okay, which is totally allowed. Two-parters are a thing in television shows, and I think this was an excellent one. It left me on the edge of my seat. The stakes have never been higher. The situation has never been more dire. Higher, dire. I swear I'm not lying. Mom! God! Mom!
It's like, did you get the presents, mijo?
I'm recording our review! She doesn't really live with me. Or does she? Anyways, so...
Great set.
God damn it. It pulled me off. The higher, dire,
liar.
Fantastic. No, I'm not lying.
There was fire.
Fire.
Shut up. All right, what did y'all think?
I really liked it. We finally get to see a glimpse of the child's force power.
Yeah, we get to see what the kid can do.
We have seen
Well,
it.
no, you see him move his
Baby
hand.
Yoda had to force choke a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Force
you're
choke
right.
and healing,
Holy
you finally
shit,
see it.
You see.
I was like, okay, there's more to him.
He's going hard, but I knew that
we
was...
get a little.
You knew he was
some
going to force
answers.
choke somebody?
No, I did not know the force choke
Healing,
was coming.
whatever. But like him force choking someone was
I was like,
Dark
whoa.
side shit.
Luke's done it
Yeah,
before too, though,
that's pretty
right?
cool.
That's scary. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, like,
with a guard in Jabba's palace.
Yeah, so it's not
actually
always.
Really,
yeah.
You're manipulating the force.
But I did
around
enjoy
the
this
neck.
episode. It was good.
Hell yeah. What do you think, Alex?
I loved it. I thought it was great. There was a couple of like little things that I didn't love, but I liked everything about it, and I think this is one of the best episodes of the season so far.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to our ratings. But let's do a little bit of a recap here. So I don't remember Carl Weathers' character's name. Do y'all? Damn.
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers offers him a deal that he cannot refuse.
Guild something.
Yes.
And basically sends him a message saying, "Look, we will clear all of your
warrants,
debt warrants and debts with the guild. What happened since you left is the Imperials have cracked down. We don't fucking like Imperials. We want them out of here. So why don't we team up? You're going to continue to have people come after you with the child. And the deal is, if you get rid of this asshole and I get my town back, then I'll let you keep the child and I'll pay you some money and you can get the fuck out of here. We're cool. And made him an offer he can't refuse. So obviously Mandalorian, the past few episodes have been bouncing around, taking odd jobs. Some people would call them filler episodes. Some people would call them just serialized extensions, and I'm on that crew.
I think filler's the wrong word. Like there are episodes that do not feel important.
Toro for me was a filler one. The rest were fine.
Yeah, but people have been like they focus on the word filler. Like it's not filler because it shows development. It's like but it's not up to par with any of the other episodes.
Right. Yeah,
so it's like filler or not, it wasn't very good.
Okay, and then let's see, putting together a team.
Fucking Rick and Morty was so on the nose with everything.
No, I'm talking about for the final battle. So once he gets this, not for the heist episode, which was the last episode, but he has been making friends across the galaxy.
Sure, but
And so, for him to go back and talk with Cara Dune,
who wasn't in until he said, "But there's Imperials," and she's like,
I'm in.
"I'm in."
Because why?
Because Imperials.
Because she hates Imperials.
She hates them.
And that's actually the reason why she left. Is she's no longer getting to, do her drops and fight Imperials. It's all become bureaucratic bullshit. And so she's in, of course. I like the fact that he's made so many friends across the galaxy. I did think that maybe he was going to, go with the mechanic lady to take care. They said at one point, a cute little baby Yoda is playing with the flight stick, and the ship is like beep beep. They're like, "What the hell's going on?" I thought they were like under attack by the Empire, but no, this is a little baby Yoda.
I just thought he didn't want to go back.
Yeah, he didn't want to go back.
No, Joe. Stop playing with the controls.
I don't want to go back. You can't
Stop
make
playing
me.
with the controls. Take your hands off
That's
that
a fun
control.
conspiracy theory, though, that he had heard them talking, that they were going back to the planet, and he's like, no, and then all of a sudden he's like...
Because you see him, like, kind of look over.
That's why his head drops down. He's upside down.
I did not think of that.
Like,
I
we're
thought
going
he was
back.
just,
He's like, no, we're not.
I like the fact that he plays with everything in there. Nice shiny lights. I'm in the camp.
He's a grown man.
The grown man playing with the little balls on the fucking, knob. Joe, shut up.
It's a stress reliever.
Telling everybody to shut up on this episode. Obviously, we have Nick Nolte's character who gets a name. I think it was Ikwheel. Not Quill, but Ikwheel or something like that. It was too fast. I didn't have my subtitles on, but I love the fact that he returned to the episode. We get interactions between him and Cara Dune because obviously the Mandalorian takes her with her. We do get a scene of Cara Dune kicking some more fucking ass. Alex, you talked about how legit it is when she actually kicks ass.
I love watching it. I did. I think it was great, and then it makes me.
They're tied together at the belly.
Yeah, it was. I love seeing that. I like watching her just thrash people, and it just made me wish that she had more work in Hollywood because she's such a believable action star.
I really liked her as my Wonder Woman at the time. I think she would have done a great job, but Gal Gadot's all right, and she does a good job too. But let me say this: were they on the planet that they weren't on the? She was on a new planet. It just looked like the same hut.
I think she's on the same planet.
I think she's in the same one.
Yeah.
Well then, no, I don't think so because I'm pretty sure the Mandalorian or that little his flirtatious girlfriend would have showed up. And
they're really far away. Remember, it takes over a day to get from that little backwater town back to the bar place where he met her the first time.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She's at the little farm and stuff. So it's all business.
It's a business trip, not pleasure.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Gotcha. I never actually really bought too much into that little love thing.
Yeah,
so I didn't need to see her or anything. I just wanted to make the comment. So once he goes back to Nick Nolte's character, Ikwheel, we get a little bit of interplay with Cara Dune. He's a little mistrustful of her. Not really mistrustful, but he notices that she, is all tatted up with the drop tattoo. This is the first time we learn not only is she a shock trooper, but she drops. She's a dropper is what he calls her. And that he actually was an Imperial soldier at one point.
Well, he was an Imperial slave.
Yeah, but
he was just on the other side.
On the other side.
I think, the tension was more on her side. He was like, look, I earned my freedom by just slaving away.
Good point.
Well, and he was actually part of that side way before they were even the Empire, right? If he said 3 full human lifespans, his work on that side predates all that.
I earned my place out, so don't talk to me like you're above me, that I love the Imperials because I ain't got no love for them right now. Yeah. So I thought that interplay and scene was great. Then IG-11 shows up. We're like, what? Oh, shit. And, the Mandalorian's like ready to shoot it, and Ikwheel is like, stop. I reprogrammed it. I was wondering how this droid was going to come back into it because we've seen in the trailers before that
slipped my mind, but I was like,
okay, I see it. And it was perfectly explained. They even have a scene of the original, battle where everybody's dead on the ground, and of course, he comes over and he scavenges the parts to it, and he sees the droid, holds the droid in his arms like it's like it's a moment or something. But he's like, it is a project for him. He loves doing that kind of stuff, Joe. So when he says he's totally reprogrammed, he can reprogram to protect the child, I totally believe him. Do you guys believe him, or do you believe the Mandalorian who says, you know what? Yes, I hate droids, but I hate that droid in particular.
I believe Quill
because he attacked.
And his handiwork.
I think the choice presented as is kind of dumb because if he's like, if I reprogrammed him, they're like, well, no, he's metal and the metal remembers that he was a murderer. It's like, no, he reprogrammed him. That's not how any of this works.
Okay, so
this isn't some nature versus nurture bullshit argument.
Nobody's on the side of the Mandalorian.
No, it's just stupid. He's robot racist.
Yes.
Yeah, he is super robot racist. All right, well, come when the episode reveals that he's going to get evil again, then you better apologize and give the episode a -3.
I will.
All right, so...
I won't apologize. They'll be wrong because it'll be stupid.
All right, so eventually they actually go to the meeting location with Carl Weathers' character. He brings some muscle, and then obviously Mandalorian brings his muscle. Quill demands that they bring the blargs with him. That was entertaining.
I have spoken.
Yes. There it is. I was like, say it.
The blurgs will join me as well.
The blurgs?
I have spoken.
Boom. High five. Not an overused, but say it once, perfect.
Just sprinkled and just perfect.
And so they get there, they come out on the blargs, and there's a little tension there because it's like, obviously I've shot you in the chest, you tried to murder me, you tried to take the baby.
It's a trap.
And it's just played so perfectly. The music, the way it's shot, the tension is so there, and you're like, and you even kind of see them kind of, they're going for their guns, they're a little worried about each other, but eventually they realize that, okay, let's get the job done.
They're in this mess together. They've got to work together, or backstab.
So he's like, let's get a plan together, and they go over the plan, and it's like a Western where they're got some horses going off, riding
off
to the boss's ranch and shit. And he's like, all right, so here's what we're going to do. You and me, Mandalorian and Carl Weathers' character are going to go in there. We're going to sit down at the table. We're going to present the child, and you're going to pull a Han Solo on him. He doesn't know who Han Solo is. I'm just saying. You're going to shoot the guy.
We do.
And we'll take him out. And they just think that at that point, all the Imperials will scatter because they're not getting paid. And I'm like, I don't think this is going to go as well as you think.
Well, he says the line, what could go wrong? I was like, well, you're about to find out.
Yeah. And what happens?
They get attacked by bats.
I don't know what the hell that thing is. A dragon just swoops down. Yeah. It's like carves up Carl Weathers' arm.
They eat all the blood.
Did y'all like this? Did you feel like it was had nothing to do with the episode?
It was really out. I loved it, but it was super. Looking back, it's like this had nothing to do with anything. It was just an excuse to be like, well, how do we show that he can do stuff?
It does have to do. Never make a fire on the planet because the freaking creatures will come after you like coyotes. Is kind of what that was. It was so awesome because it was a fucking red and it was and like fucking Cara was using her Gatling gun. It was fucking sweet.
So he mentions like 5 minutes prior, he's like, hey, be careful when you're out here because this place is lousy with Jawas, is what he said. If he had said Jawas and like flying lizard things where you're like, okay, there's stuff to worry about. But they kind of introduced this thing that like I'm not familiar with them. And they were huge. Yeah, it was a cool scene. I liked watching it, but looking back, it's like there were little things that you can like tweak a little bit that like
to set that up just a little bit better. But you know what? I don't think so. We're nitpicking too much because like I want to be surprised. Yeah. If they had said that.
Yeah,
I don't know if
you talked about it earlier, but you were expecting the Jawas.
You like, but then when they I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. No. It's like, oh, well, now you don't want them to set things up, but then you do want them to set things up.
Yeah,
I got you.
It's a slippery slope, man.
No, I agree.
Look, I like the scene. I think it was a cool scene. Yeah. It just was kind of out of nowhere, and it did have purpose because you have to figure out a way to show. So you got
Carl. The purpose was this: Carl got hurt in that battle, and we have to show that Baby Yoda has healing powers. Yeah,
and it also.
But the best setup was. Like, he likes to eat meat because they're feeding him. They're feeding Baby Yoda some food or whatnot. Then later on, he gets carved up, and basically Yoda comes up to him and is like, no, let him finish doing his thing. He's like, he's going to eat me.
Best line of the episode for me. I like that. He's going to eat me. Yeah. And then he's going to eat us. Troll 3. All right. Anyways, but Yoda can heal. Do you guys think that this ability is going to play a major part in this franchise?
I really hope not.
Yes.
Oh, it is. You don't set this up.
Because they already set it up before when the Mandalorian first got hurt.
I think what's going to happen eventually is our Mandalorian is going to die. And Yoda's gonna revive him.
I think it will have importance in there, but I don't think
that extreme.
Yeah, I don't want it to be a focus of.
No.
Okay.
I mean, heal him, sure. Like I think he has a power, they're gonna use it, but I don't want it to be the focus of. It turns into he's the cleric of the group.
I do.
You want me to be the cleric of the group?
Hopefully I'm not too loud because I was too loud last time.
Oh.
So and I want y'all to be close.
I'm muffled.
Anyways, so. I wanted to do that because it's like this whole time the Mandalorian has been protecting the child, and it would be so cool to see the child then protect the Mandalorian. And I think that's what we're leading to.
He's going to stop some bullets for him.
I would be satisfied. Now, whether we're leading to that in the next episode or further down in the series in season 2, which is confirmed that we're getting, I don't know. But let's continue. So, there's second thoughts as they're walking up to the town. you feel something's not right, and right then
because they saw what the child can do.
They're talking about it, right? And I'm like, oh shit, you shouldn't have revealed that. Now they're gonna take the child, they're gonna run, they're gonna sell it. But right then, the Carl's muscle gets behind everybody. But Carl turns around, and it's revealed that he's a bit of a badass, a bit of a good shot.
If he's a leader of the guild, it makes sense that he's killed a person.
Takes them out pretty much simultaneously, and he confesses that I was right the whole time, Joe, because I was like, Joe, do you trust him? When we were watching it, he's like, I don't trust nobody. Or that was Alex. I don't know who it was. But I was like, yeah, I know something's going to go down. And he confesses like something was going to go down.
Yeah.
We were going to turn on you. But because Baby Yoda saved his life, just like he saved Mandalorian's life, I just like that parallel that, now Carl's on the team and he's working for the greater good. And so they go in together. They formulate a plan, right then and there with fewer men. How the hell are we going to take this out? Don't worry. He's only got 4 stormtrooper guards. It'll be fine. We'll just get in there and we'll get out with all the other stormtroopers.
It's going to be okay.
Cover your rebel tattoo, he tells Cara Dune. So she finally...
One of them. The other one that's literally on her face.
That didn't make any sense.
But it's
that
too
felt a little out of place.
Because I thought it was a mole at first. So you have to get real close.
You have to get real close. They should have made it slightly bigger. She should have put some dirt on it. I think there was a continuity error when we see her.
Yeah, because she wraps up and she walks away, and then it's
not wrapped.
No,
it might have been just blurry, and it was wrapped.
It wasn't. I saw.
Okay, well, a little bit of a continuity error there, but it didn't factor in because then once they get up to the town, there's 2 scout troopers on their speeders, and they look at her and they don't notice the rebel tattoo. I guess
it's dark.
She
right?
should have been like, that's the rebel I killed.
Yeah,
I shed a tear for his dead life. Fucking rebel scum, right? But he's like, credentials, scans his credentials. Obviously, Carl Weathers, since he was going to betray, is able to get past security. They go inside, and I don't know why, but I thought it was Gideon. I thought, like, the main Moff guy was going to be there, and let's get right to it. But no, they kept referring to the client, and we knew who the client was, which was Herzog's character. And I just love the way he talks.
Oh, it's great.
It's such a... you could tell that he was an aristocrat, and he really believed in the ideals of the Imperials.
Just sounds so evil.
And you really, not evil per se.
In his mind, he's not evil.
Well, Jedi are evil. And you need people like that to make the world believable from the side of the Empire. The Empire did nothing wrong, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That it brought peace to the galaxy. And so I liked that his character was back. And so eventually they have this plan where it's like Mando's not really they try to make it seem like Cara and Carl had caught the Mandalorian, was turning him in, but it gets out of his handcuffs. He gives him a gun, and they're ready to do their business and enact their plan. But as they see these 4 Imperials, then like 2-3 more guys start showing up. They get a little nervous. They're like, Cara leans in like, I thought you said there was only 4. There's more now, so get ready. And
he's like, "Show me the baby."
Well, this is the part of the episode that I hate. I did not like. There was like 2 seconds. It doesn't make any sense.
What?
That he's like, "Show me the baby." He's like, "Oh, I can't. He's sleeping."
Yeah,
it's like, come on, how
I was
late?
like, did you guys not think?
We didn't think this through.
Or something.
Come
on.
It was just not. That level of writing is not up to the level of everything else in this episode.
It's not a 10 out of 10.
And
what I would have
4.
said is I thought he had a plan. He would put like a fake baby in there, right?
Sure, something.
And he looks at it, he's like, goo, goo, gaga. Wait, this is a fucking
Surprise!
melon. Oh, no!
But Herzog buys into it. Like, he reciprocates, and he goes, "Oh, well, then I'll just be very quiet or something." It's
No.
I
He didn't reciprocate.
No, he
He's
got
like,
saved by
I'll
the phone
be
call.
Quiet.
And he got saved by
it's
the
like,
phone
we're
call.
going to watch that. We're going to open that thing up. But like you said, it was Deus Ex Machina.
And then there was a phone call.
Phone call right at the right moment, and it turns out to be Gideon. And now he gets shot. And I thought it was the Mandalorian enacting his plan. Gotcha. And and the whole bar is being fucking shot up, and all the stormtroopers are like, boop, boop, boop. So they hit the deck. Luckily, all our people survive.
And the baby.
And the baby isn't there.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Okay, well, the little baby's not there because, thank you for bringing that up, because actually the plan was to have Quill's character run the baby back to the ship, which is a little bit of a contrivance where it's like, take him to the ship because the door will close and nobody on this planet will get in it. I don't know about that. The Imperials have a lot of ship cutting technology and TIE fighters and shit. They can blow it up. They don't want to blow it up. They want to get the child. So he wants to take the child back, and so he's running, and stupidly I was like, wait, how did the speeders know about the child? And y'all guys told me that it's like, no, because they're on the radio the whole time.
They made a move like, oh, hey,
intercepting
we're
communication.
and speed guys were like,
and it makes sense. I mean, they got that technology. So the two guys, scout troopers, jump on the speeders, take off. Obviously, they're fast as shit, faster than the goddamn Blarg. And it looks like our heroes are in dire straits because you've got some 20 soldiers out there. You've got a death squad, a fire team of guys in black, and and then a troop transport shows up, which I think was a toy at one point. I was like, what? I saw that toy. This was a piece of shit toy. But now they actually make it look cool where, they're all in there, and there's more in the internal side, and they all come out. And there must be 30, 40, maybe even 50 troopers.
Stormtroopers don't even matter. Those are death troopers.
A five fireman team, and then Moff comes down in a fucking TIE fighter, but it's like a different advanced version.
It's weird.
I like that it landed, but I thought I was gonna do something different, and it just lands weird. I was like, no, that takes up more space. You should just keep your wings like that. But whatever. The Imperials were jealous of the X-wing pilots, so now they get to say lock S foils into landing position.
It's like, why?
Just do it. Shut up. So he comes out and he's like, you have what I want, and I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna have it anyway right now. And then it cuts to the scene where, unfortunately,
see, I thought the droid was gonna help Quill.
Nick Nolte doesn't make it. Quill is shown.
He dies off
dead on the.
And they dropped the child again.
God.
Stop dropping the baby.
Stop dropping the baby. And he didn't make it. And that leaves us with a lot of questions. And then it cuts back and you're like, well, what the fuck are they going to do? They've got 3 guns, or 3 gunfighters. Carl, Mandalorian, Cara versus 50 soldiers and 5 elites and the Moff. And I'm like, this is the bit. I have no idea how they're going to get out of this. So it leaves us with the questions. Questions. Where is IG-11?
In the ship.
You said that, Joe. Why didn't he come out and help? Why didn't Quill answer? You remember he's like, hey, where are you? And he was like,
he was going as hard as he can, and then he got, it's hard to answer.
Maybe he had a plan. Maybe this is part of his plan. No, I don't think
so.
I don't think he's dead. I hope he's not dead. I hope in the next episode.
I hope he's not dead, but I think he's dead.
No! He's not dead.
Oh, he's just unalive.
Guys, comments, vote. Is he dead? Is he not dead?
I hope.
Let us know. And then finally, how the hell are they going to get out of this? Predictions.
I don't think they do get out of it. They probably get captured, and then something happens in the next location.
And then a fucking huge cliffhanger. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it.
Well, we did see the Mandalorian on
there's we don't know who the
oh yeah, you're
so
right.
He has
the guy with spurs, or the person with spurs that we saw 2 episodes ago. We have no.
It got spoiled, Joe. They shouldn't have showed that.
Yeah,
what?
That's what I was thinking.
Don't worry about it, Alex. If
you don't spoil anything for me, I will stab you.
Yeah. We watched a trailer that kind of spoiled what might happen next.
Okay, so that's my thing. I just said that's my
Alex,
thing.
go. What are you saying?
Well, we don't know who the person with spurs is, so that could be someone that's involved.
No, I told you that already, and I told everybody out there. It's Moff Gideon. God damn it!
That was Moff Gideon.
That's Moff Gideon.
He was walking.
It matches his cape. His cape
it doesn't
goes
the cape didn't match, and he wasn't jingling when he was walking this time.
The cape matched, but you're right. There was no jingle. So
I'm hoping that that's another character that we don't know who it is.
So your percentage has risen a little bit.
So
but I do think.
Yeah, we've got IG, we've got that character. Nick Nolte could get back up. There could be a rescue mission, but I think in this situation that they're not just gonna try to shoot their way out. They probably have to surrender and see where that takes them.
Nope.
So now it opens up the possibility maybe it was the Heavy and he's just kind of monitoring his fellow brother, Mandalorian brother, and maybe at the end they'll show up and save it. So what do you guys think will happen? Here's what I think.
Come back again.
But in terms of manpower, that's the only fucking way they can get out of this. Yeah. And I agree with you that if we see them save the day again,
it's like
that's rehashing what we saw in an episode I gave a 10 out of 10 to. So I don't want them to rehash it, but if it does happen, I won't be mad because it makes total sense. The other option, I think, is Baby Yoda uses some kind of massive fucking force power we ain't seen before and takes out all the stormtroopers.
Well, not in that situation. I think that we get somewhere else. We go to a different ship, and then Yoda is being looked at by 2 or 3 people. Baby Yoda can take out 2 or 3 people.
What incentive do they have to not just mow the fucking guys down? They are in a house like a good Western again, and in a standoff.
They're pinned down.
Why would they let them live?
Because they get what they don't care about the Mandalorian or the governor of the.
You think they're just gonna walk off?
They have what they want. Why not?
Terrible bad guy fashion.
Yeah. It's like
this entire series has been nothing but like tropes.
Okay,
and that's
but good tropes.
Good done well. Tropes done well. And the tropey thing to do is like they're no bother to us. It's just some Mandalorian.
Okay,
and some person.
Alex's prediction: they'll get out of this situation, be in a different situation with numbers reduced, and then they'll enact a plan. Helps. And Joe, what's yours?
The child uses Force lightning.
Yes, that would be amazing.
We've seen Yoda's rays be able to call down lightning from in The Last Jedi, and so his race can do that. It's been set up, but only as a Force ghost. And I actually have a theory. I can't believe I managed to. I'm sorry, Alex. Go ahead.
Well, Dooku shoots Force lightning at Yoda, and then he just kind of holds it.
Puts it.
Yeah, he's just like he's got manipulation. He can do what he wants.
Gave it to Yodel.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. So what actually happened is this theory. I can't believe I found a segue into it. So I was rewatching a lot of the Star Wars movies in preparation for The Rise of Skywalker. And a lot of people were like, well, what the fuck? How can Force ghosts now have the power to call down lightning and actually interact with the real world? This presents a lot of problems. Why doesn't Yoda come in and Force lightning the Emperor or whatever he needs to do? And I came up with a theory I think is fucking strong. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Fixing the Star Wars lore for Disney. Here you go. Ready?
Somebody asked you, right?
I think that the only reason why he was able to do that is because of the location, the planet. Ahch-To is the location of the first Jedi temple. And just like it's been shown, Mustafar and Ilium, or Lily, I don't know, L-L-U-M, have affinities with the Force, the planet itself. So I think that is a light side planet where their powers are heightened on that planet. And if you took Yoda off there as the ghost and put him in the Emperor, he wouldn't be able to call down lightning.
Yeah,
and that was a central point of power for the Jedi. So
I mean, I think we can explain it away in that fashion. I just think that the writing was lazy and bad, and that they just did it without thinking, just like they did with the
I know, that's what you because it looks cool. I know
it looked cool.
Leave him alone. He's so hopeful.
Yeah.
Okay? He's so hopeful. Don't stop ruining this.
Where Yoda's and like everybody's like, no, Master
crazy.
Yoda, why is he acting
crazy.
like the goofy Yoda again? I'm like, because he's fucking projecting himself to Luke. This is the interaction between Luke and Yoda, the Yoda that Luke knows. Ratty old Star Wars fans. All right. Anyway, so fantastic episode. Final ratings.
For me, this is going to be a good two-parter. An 8.
I knew you were going to do it.
An 8. It's like, I gotcha. Betrayal. But it was good.
Okay.
I like the stakes that are here. Mm-hmm. I like that we see the child do some of his powers and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So
and a good cliffhanger. So 8 out of 10. What are you thinking?
It's hard to rate the first half of a two.
Yeah.
Oh, I can rate. I'll tell you.
Well, I know. We
too.
know that you can talk about this stuff. Yeah. I think I liked it maybe a little bit more than OJ, and there was parts that I really think were kind of lazy and just. When you're writing at this level and they make a show that's this enjoyable, it doesn't make sense to me that they have these scenes that look like they were written by someone in middle school.
Don't
look at the baby. The baby's sleeping. It's like they said, bring it in dead or alive. They don't give a shit if he's sleeping. It was that kind of stuff just doesn't make any sense and doesn't fit and stuff like this. Mm-hmm. So, but I did like it because there's more this gets away from some of the serialized stuff, which I do like. But I like the fact that we're going somewhere. They presented we've got a new big bad
or a climax rather.
Yeah. So I think I liked it just a little bit better. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Woo!
I think it's one of my favorites.
That's my rating too. 9 out of 10. And
next one's going to be 9 or 10.
And here's the thing. And I considered giving it an 8, Joe, and I was really analyzing why am I giving it an 8?
Yeah.
And I think it was because it didn't end satisfyingly. But that is the purpose. The purpose of a two-parter is to make you excited about the next. Is the cliffhanger satisfying? Does the episode do its job? And to its execution, I think the episode does its job. And like we said, we had little mini nitpicks here and there, and that didn't really affect the score. It does come down just a little bit for me with all the tropes, like you were saying. Yeah. But we have always said that we like these tropes. If they're done well. If they're done well, right? Now, in Season 2, I want them to get a little bit more ambitious. This is a situation where I also rewatched The Force Awakens. I fucking love that movie. It is just a wild ride. There's no boring moments. I think the characters are interesting, well developed, and it makes you feel like a kid again. And I was so interested all the way through. Then I get to The Last Jedi, and there are so many parts where I'm bored, and I wanted to try to give it another chance. No, I'm completely disengaged. And that's what the titty milk. And that's what happened with The Mandalorian. The pacing has been good. I'm interested in every goddamn aspect, and it's just a wild ride. And leading into the final episode, I think this episode did its job.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10, guys. And can't wait to see how this thing concludes. We'll talk a little bit about that in a moment, making this an extra long episode. But first, I want to thank our Stardust sponsors for sponsoring this episode, this whole series, in fact. And click the link down below. Download the app. It's a ton of fun, guys.
There's a ton of really cool content on there.
Yeah, so there's good content from not only us, but other people are making content as well as you guys. Check out the comments. Check out our exclusive videos on there. And by doing so, it definitely supports the show if you follow us. If you go look at the followers, like $1 a follower. So thank you guys for essentially donating to the Angry Joe Show as well as Stardust and helping our show go along, since YouTube has been kind of shitty here in the last one, and we're about to go independent in 2020. I need sponsors like these, and I appreciate working with you, Stardust. So, one episode left, guys.
Now, if the next episode is disappointing, will that lower your score of this one because they're linked?
No, because I think, I can rate them differently. I think this episode set it up, and if it sets up to disappointment, then, it doesn't take away from the setup.
Yeah,
so
still good.
Me and Joe have seen one 3-second clip in a trailer of one scene. We're not going to say what it is, Alex. But
I can't. You didn't hear me.
It's satisfying. It does set up another plot point that was set up.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks cool. Okay, it looks cool, Alex. Just know that. But how do you think this thing is going to end? Let's make our predictions now. We only have one episode left.
They're going to ride off into the sunset, and they're going to feel like that they're safe, but they're not going to be safe. And it's going to, if they do like the Western tropey thing, he's going to end up on a blarg. He's going to end up either on the blarg at the
walking to the sun
at Ikwheel's farm. Like he'll go there, maybe he'll go back there, and then at the very last second there will be trouble on the horizon, and we'll set up a
boot of Boba Fett. Yeah. Well, and it was Boba Fett the whole time.
Yeah, Return of the Magnificent Seven or whatever.
Yeah. Damn it, I shouldn't have let you go first because that was mine, and I wanted to look like the smart one.
Oh, well, you watch spoilers.
The 3-second trailer thing we saw has nothing to do with that. Joe, how do you think it's going to end?
Similar, but I don't think he's going to go back to, maybe might go to that planet. I forgot where his girlfriend is.
Ooh,
go back to that planet to hang out with her a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. How I think it's going to end is we won't see any major crew deaths in this final battle. I think it's Disney Plus, so I don't think we'll lose.
We got
Cara.
a major crew death this episode.
You don't know that.
Oh,
it was
you're
off.
right.
It was off screen.
No, my brain is refusing to process
I hope
that.
he's not dead.
I have not gone into
dead.
grieving mode yet,
Yeah.
but that would be a bold fucking choice for the series. A lot of people say, "Oh, this series is playing it safe. It's Disney this." If if Quill's dead, that's wrong. But I don't think he is. I hope he's not, because I don't want him to be. But what I'm saying is I don't think we'll have any major crew deaths. We might have somebody in critical condition by the end of it. And I think Baby Yoda will do a massive power. We've seen hints at his power level. I think he will end up helping with a massive power level. A little tropey, but it's going to work. And then I do think that we'll see a callback. Maybe, Mandalorian will complete his armor with a jetpack. And then I think it gets to what Alex was saying. Yeah, gotta give me one of those. I think it ends on what Alex is saying, where they ride off into the sunset, and we have maybe dual suns somewhere, maybe on Tatooine, and they're walking off together. And I do think we'll get a reveal finally of the Mandalorian as a child. That droid that was about to shoot him dead.
Who saved him?
Who saved him? I think we'll get a reveal of that. Yeah, it's obvious, but I would love it if it was Kenobi.
Oh, okay.
And they set up their own little universe, Disney Plus universe, and the Kenobi series is next.
It's a great tie-in.
In 2020, I think. So it would be a great tie-in. And
this episode was directed by the person at the helm,
Deborah Chow
again. So
Deborah Chow.
So it's like, if she's doing these ones real well, then I'm really hopeful for Kenobi being good.
And yes, guys, we have seen the terrible critical reviews on The Rise of Skywalker.
Not me.
He's been avoiding it, but I've seen it, and I haven't seen the film yet. But I'm thinking there's an angry rant incoming if it's as bad as what they say it is. It looks like the leaks are true. I can't believe Kathleen let so many leaks get out. It looks like a freaking disaster on the horizon. So we really have to hold on to The Mandalorian as our only good.
Holding on.
Hold on to it, guys.
No.
So we'll be doing a review for that very soon.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take that one very seriously, so I'll probably do a reaction to.
We're seeing it twice,
and then I'll probably want to take a day or two to think it over, and then put out the review. But I'll put out something real, a reaction to the current reviews, so that you have something to chew on. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what the record is right now. Did we make our longest episode?
Did we go beyond?
Oh, yeah.
No, we'll see. So next episode,
we're at 44.
Woo! New record. We will longer than the episode. So go ahead and type that in the comments. And then part 2, the final episode. Not only will we be reviewing the final episode, but we'll give you a series rating.
Do we know if it's going to be an hour?
I think it's going to be good. No, we don't know.
22 minutes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And that would be my only criticism so far is the length of the episode. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. And if you're going to see Rise of Skywalker, may the Force be with us all. Bye, guys.